We're live.
We're live.
We're live, but we can't
Hello,
see
everyone.
you.
It's good to be back. It's been since December.
Oh, we're so sad.
Derek here.
Mark.
Lucas.
Doug.
And I'm just happy to be here. And I'm also Travis.
That's Travis. And behind the camera.
It's me. It's Rashad.
And then we also have Cooper with us tonight.
Cooper. Cooper Duper.
So we're here to talk about all geek nerd shit. We're just kind of winging it tonight. So we kind of.
We're glad to be together. We've fed our
winging it.
bellies. We've had great things happening in the world of geekdom and some tragic things too. So,
So what do y'all want to start with?
you want to pull a rabbit out of the
Let's
hat?
pull a topic.
Pull it. Who wants to go first then?
I'll do it.
All right, we're pulling a topic and we're going to talk about it.
All right. Ooh. Will Deadpool 8... Well,
Deadpool 8 already?
that ampersand is garbage.
You're
Will
garbage.
Deadpool and Wolverine be the best movie in the DP franchise?
In the DP franchise.
Meaning
the
Deadpool.
double penetration.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a
Woo,
different.
let's start it off right.
That's a different. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Ooh.
I mean, just the Deadpool franchise?
Yeah.
I would say yes.
I think so because
Well, it better be.
it better be.
Has to be.
Yeah, because
It better be why though.
I'm glad it'll be, because Hugh Jackman is great. Even though I am weary of him as Wolverine, he is a great Wolverine. And I'm expecting to have fantastic, shocking cameos. And I think that, and we already know it's going to be battling the time, not
Time Lords.
TVA.
The Time Lord.
TVA.
That's Doctor Who. Wrong one.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
wrong one.
I almost said Time Cops. And I really have enjoyed the Time Cops and I mean the shit, the TVA,
TVA.
and their part with Loki. So
Is this going to be before or after Loki stuff?
I think
I'm
after.
pretty sure this is after.
I think it's after.
Okay.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
second.
Feels like it needs to be.
Yeah.
Because we know that Wolverine and Deadpool are from different universes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So they somehow meet up.
Yeah. So I can't wait. I'm ready.
Wait, Wolverine and Deadpool are from different universes?
Well, he talks about in the preview, he's like,
Yeah.
your world died or something like that. Like,
Oh.
what does it feel to have
Well,
your whole
that
world?
Wolverine. Okay,
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that
gotcha.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, they were in a movie together before. Okay,
No, it's that
I get
Wolverine.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The question is this the Wolverine from Logan or a different Wolverine?
that's what I was about to say.
I think it's
so.
a
Is this
different Wolverine.
I think it's different, but I
So-
don't know.
So is this the Wolverine from the potential X-Men? We'll get into that later.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's hard to say. Is this going to be the end though for this? You think?
The only thing
For
I want to say
Deadpool?
is
Yeah.
that I'm excited to see Hugh Jackman's straight man to Ryan Reynolds' clown.
Mhm.
Yes.
I just
I
want to see.
Didn't you already see that one?
Yeah.
But not enough.
I mean, yeah, not enough because Hugh Jackman can really deliver it. That clip of Hugh Jackman roasting his former student. It was like because Hugh Jackman apparently in his many careers before being Wolverine was a PE instructor.
Mhm.
Huh.
And this guy was interviewing him. Apparently, his name was Ryan because it was like a red carpet thing. It was like a reward show or some shit. You know what they do. And Hugh Jackman's like, "That's very fascinating, Ryan. I want to answer that question, but first I want to know how your physical education's going."
Mhm.
And he goes, "You all can't see, but Ryan's turning a beat shade." And he goes, "Did I set you up for life, Ryan? Did I do all that?" So Hugh Jackman in this movie is going to be Hugh Jackman, more Hugh than Wolverine, I think.
Yeah.
And so I want to see. I mean, based on Ryan Reynolds' comment the other day about what to expect from Deadpool 3, I really feel like this is going to be a 2.5-hour aviation commercial. And I'm okay with that. So, yeah.
Aviation commercial.
This
Yeah,
is Jim.
Like
For his
aviation gin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Or a Mint Mobile commercial.
There we go.
Right.
Yeah.
So are we ready to move on to the next one?
Let's do it.
Who
sure.
wants to go?
I'll do it. What character would you like to appear in X-Men 97? I feel like this is a bigger topic.
Well, it's easy for me, Kitty Pryde.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean that makes. I'm the one that says it should have always been Kitty and not Jubilee. So I definitely want Kitty to be a part of season 2, and the fact that they showed her on that last screen, I think, could be foreshadowing.
It's
of
forthcoming,
that.
yeah.
I want
So-
to
I just
say something about this Kitty Pryde.
I just
Okay.
want to ask: Are we going into X-Men '97 right now, or are we saving that for later?
No, just answer this question.
Okay.
The broader topic is later, but yeah,
Okay,
let's
I have
just
no
keep it
comment
simple.
So you're not going to answer the
I
question.
have no comment.
You don't have wait. Why?
I don't know enough X-Men.
Okay.
Most of the X-Men I knew were in it. I was like, okay, that's
All
I
right.
get
fine.
that. I get that.
Well, who else?
All right. Doug?
Oh no, go ahead.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, I want to see Polaris.
That's right. You said that on the drive last week. Yeah.
Because they showed her in the future. They hinted at her in the Mindscape or the astral plane, wherever they were for that part of it. So I want to see Polaris come back. I mean she's been there before, but yeah,
I like that.
I like that. That's what I'd like to see back.
I think I think that Mark's Kitty Pryde comment. I think Wolverine has this really cool thing where he can kind of pick which. It's like they were trying to figure out which sidekick to give him, and they can never get one to really just kind of settle in. I like Jubilee, but that's really a sidekick answer. In terms of an actual X-Men, to actually see, I don't think we saw enough Goblin Queen. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Okay. Just
But
bring
I think
Bring her back to life?
I think that story is over and done with. So whatever.
I like the idea of her maybe being a horseman.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see Gambit again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, I know we're going to see Gambit again. That's
Yeah.
They
So to me-
telegraphed that very plainly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have some real good potential to have some interesting horsemen because they killed so many people.
I thought of another one though.
I'm ready for. Oh.
Boom Boom.
Yeah?
I think
More,
Boom Boom
yeah,
would be
more
fun.
New Mutants.
More
That's
New
really
Mutants.
yeah.
Like let's branch out from main X-Men and let's bring in.
I want to see New Mutants. Seeing Sunspot was that really.
Sunspot was cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
Well,
it was so weird, and it goes to that other thing that I don't like when they deviate from the timeline of the source material.
Mm-hmm.
Because, he was a New Mutant before Jubilee came on the scene.
That's right.
Yeah.
So the fact that she was the one kind of
Mentoring him.
mentoring him was just a little like, but the story was well handled, so I loved it.
Yeah.
But that was just like not having Kitty there instead of Jubilee.
That's right.
That's how I feel about it.
Because seeing Kitty being, I don't know how they would introduce Kitty. Is Kitty going to be like a?
She'll be mature and older and having done it. I think.
Has she already been a sidekick of
Mhm.
Wolverine?
That's how I picture it.
So.
Yeah, they really didn't explain where a lot of the X-Men were from this one. I don't think because there were even a lot of the evil X-Men that used to ride with Magneto, like Mystique. I don't know where she went.
Yeah.
Sabretooth was only in there because Psych changed into him. I was like, are they just gone? Did they kill him off? And they had a 2-second thing where Morph was Warren was Archangel there for a
Yeah,
second.
and he was Ileana for a minute.
Early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
It's almost like when.
Okay, we're getting off topic.
Oh, sorry. He in charge.
Well,
I would like.
No, I'm with you. I'm
we
with
were
you.
going to save the conversation for later. We just.
I would
stick
like
the
to see
question.
Emma Frost more.
Come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. More.
Yeah.
More. Yeah. Because they did bring her
Diamond.
back.
Oh,
and
if
she
we're
had a
gonna
diamond form.
if we're gonna go that route, then I want to see Psylocke.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Emma has that thing with Scott.
Mhm.
I believe if Scott's not going to be with Jean, he should be with Psylocke. I never really understood the whole Emma Frost psych
Oh,
thing.
really?
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, they only flirted
Really?
an issue or two, but I guess I never really see that. And is it Quanon or Betsy Psylocke that you see him with?
If it's the
I hope
97
they-
time period,
I want
then
it to be the
is
Asian one.
Quanon. It is Betsy in Quanon's body
Right.
at this point.
Huh.
Which
if that's the time period they're going with.
that's the Psylocke that everyone knows and loves.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Right.
In truth, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Who wants to go next?
I'll
Okay.
pass it to him.
Okay. Dune Part 2. Discuss. Lisa Gaib! Lisa Gaib!
It's written.
Has it it is written. Of course, I'm the one to pull it. I'm the chosen one. This is my guy. So, okay, I yes. So, as someone who has read the books, I have enjoyed both part 1 and part 2. So, I will say for part 2, though, they did take some interesting creative choices with some of it toward the end. And do we want to spoil? Like, what do we want to?
Oh,
I think,
this-
I think it's
hold
been
on.
out. It's
This
almost.
movie-
It's actually on Max already.
I started watching it last night.
So,
Yeah.
so here's the thing. Like, what got me was at the end. So for one, like, I think Anya Taylor-Joy is going to be fine choice for Alia, you know. But you know, and the whole thing with her talking to Paul and all that, you know. But like, I really miss the whole thing, like the really creepy, weird little kid that is like completely all-knowing, you know. And like her killing Baron Harkonnen in the end, and saying, you know, and so instead of like, you know, Paul saying the line "Hello, Uncle" or whatever, it's like literally, it's like her, you know. So I missed that part, and then at the end, like Chani like getting all mad and like running off into the desert so she can like cry or whatever she's gonna, well, not cry because she's not gonna waste water. But like to kind of go and mope, like the book doesn't end like that. Like the book ends. I mean,
Can't waste that water, man.
That is a Dune cut down. You're a waste of
No, but I mean the whole thing is like she and oh god, I blanked on Paul's mother's name. Jessica. She and Jessica talk at the end. And they know, like both of them understand that this is a marriage of convenience, and that the princess is, you know, not his wife. And then it's the whole thing about, you know, right now they'll call us consorts, but like in the future, like the history will call us wives. And there's that whole understanding. So like Chani going out in the desert and having like a mope fest did not make sense to me from the book's point of view or from the character point of view. Like, she's this really strong, you know, I mean, that's part of her, like, character, right? And so, yeah, those two choices were kind of weird, but, I mean, as far as, like, I mean, I think they're adapting it as well as you can, because Dune is, like, there's just so much that is, like, not said, you know, and that you just read in the book and you get all this extra information. So, you know, that's my 2 cents.
Am I the only one that was kind of turned on by the bad guy?
Are you talking about Faye? I mean, no, I was
He
not.
was kind
You
of
mean
hot.
bald and white Elvis Presley?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
I completely admit that, but I was
Yeah.
like, oh, wait, I'm not sure how that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he died. Sorry.
I mean, that's how it goes.
Well,
Sorry about
I
it.
thoroughly enjoyed Dune. I thought it was incredibly beautiful, and
No color palette.
you know,
Yeah,
such
they want red.
a subdued, you know,
Yeah.
desaturated color
Yeah.
palette. But I liked it, especially
Yeah.
when they went to the black and white world.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's so neat.
That was pretty intense, like the
Yeah.
gladiator kind of scene.
Yeah.
That was
That was
like,
really
dang.
awesome.
Yeah.
So those
Super
really kind of daring choices to deviate from what your standard blockbuster is. And I think they had to do this more earnest thing because, you know, that weirdness that was the old version, you know, I think you would mess up if you try to recreate that.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, that's mild compared to where Dune ends up.
Oh no!
I mean,
yeah,
seriously.
but I just mean comparing movie to movie
I get
because
that.
I've never read the books.
I get that.
No,
So-
I see what your point is because there's places where because I've not been able to read Dune without going to sleep, and
Yeah.
because
Agreed.
Dune like knocks me right the fuck out. In fact,
Yeah.
I have Dune next to my bed for that reason, so that I don't have to hit my sleep prescription.
Yeah.
Okay, so like because Dune is like, oh my god, you know, there's a podcast that Jennifer and I follow where one of the hosts was like, you have to listen to the audiobook. It's the only way to get through it. And of course these movies are like the next best thing, okay? But when you're talking about the weirdness that I'm picking up on, I have not, like, I think I'm gonna have to actually like listen to these books because I'm not reading them, because
I love audiobooks.
nobody has been able to talk about what happens to, I guess, Paul's kid the same way twice. Everyone has a different interpretation of what happened. It's like a Mandela effect, except
It's in real time.
it's in real time.
Yeah.
You know, and because like they're not doing any real weird shit yet. Like there's supposed to be like Jedi Knight powers and shit that these people are supposed to have, and
So,
I- again,
where are they going to go with movie 3 though? Because from what I've been told, because I've not read the books, that it's going to be weird because it jumps way far into the future or something.
Yeah.
Is
It's
that
like,
right?
No, not
Children
yet.
of Dune.
Not yet.
No. So where
Now,
I
do we
haven't
want to get
read-
that deep into Dune?
Oh, okay.
Well, I can give a real brief synopsis. So what they could do, and I have not read on what they think they're going to do, but so essentially, book 1 is done at this point. We have finished book 1. So either they use 3 to finish Dune Messiah, which will finish out the Paul Atreides arc essentially. That will finish out his part of the story. And that will also introduce
So skip
his
book 2 and go to
kids.
3.
No.
No, what he's saying is
the
book
first
1
2
finishes
movies
this
are book
one.
1.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, the first 2 movies are book 1.
Got it.
3 would be book 2,
Got it.
possibly. Or they do, which it would be, because then after that it's Children of Dune, and Children of Dune is almost as long. I mean, it's longer than Dune, so, and that covers the twins and Alia. So yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling maybe they will just go through Dune Messiah and finish up the Paul arc, and maybe allude to some of the stuff maybe that happens in Children of Dune, but I don't know.
Well, I read some rumor that they were going to focus on the Bene Gesserit somehow in a movie, and I don't know if that's the
Aren't
next
they-
movie or
Isn't there like a new TV show?
there
coming?
is that one.
Yeah,
well, maybe that's it.
Yeah, that's what you're
that would be
thinking.
more interesting. Yeah,
Is it tied to the movies at all, or is this completely separate?
Well, it's I don't know.
I don't know.
It's
is it HBO Max doing it?
It's Dune.
Yeah.
HBO Max is doing it. It's Dune, so it's gonna be.
The Dune world.
But I don't know if the same studio. If that answers your
Right,
question.
Got it.
and it may be that they're not adapting any of Herbert's work, but like his son,
Yeah.
and because he and is it Kevin J. Anderson kind of took over after like the extra material after a certain point, and so it could be one of those
Yeah.
things that they're adapting. But I mean, we don't have to
There's definitely plenty.
we're going deep into it, but yeah.
Do it, Doug.
Get it done.
Do it.
Get a good one.
Don't get one that sucks.
Yeah.
God. There you go.
Give me the bowl back,
Right.
because I think you're next.
Yep. Unless Rashad.
Name your favorite Star Trek captain
That's easy.
and least favorite. I feel like I feel like this is a take off of the one that I. Yeah.
Maybe somebody else wrote that though.
Oh, somebody else wrote this.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay, you first.
let's hear it.
Shit, man.
Or maybe yours. I don't know. I can't remember.
My favorite Star Trek captain. 10-year-old Doug would have said Captain Kirk, no problem. Least favorite, he didn't have one because one doesn't exist.
Ooh.
Oh.
And then
Wrong.
45-year-old Doug says Captain Pike because that hair, man. And then
He's your favorite? Okay.
yeah,
Pretty hair.
Pike.
Least
He's a
favorite.
zaddy.
God, I don't know. Wait, are we talking captains in terms of like lead characters in shows, or are we talking about captains in just like captains in general?
I would say captains of the Enterprise. is
No, I would
probably-
say I would say lead in shows.
Lead in
Yeah.
shows.
leads in shows. Okay.
Well, yeah, because then
Because
you're leaving out.
Discovery would be a different one, and
Well,
Deep
there's
Space
Space
Nine would be a
Nine.
different one.
Okay, I see what you
Voyager.
mean. Yeah, not Enterprise.
God,
Okay.
they
yeah.
all those captains do something different. They all have like a different like they're not.
Because my two are not of the Enterprise.
The only one that I don't know anything about is Scott Bakula, and
It's been a long.
I think by default you could say least favorite because I refuse to watch Scott Bakula in anything else besides Quantum Leap
Okay.
because
That was
I'm
the
not
only show he ever did.
Enterprise was not bad.
It was actually good.
I made it through Enterprise.
Like
I
this
have yet to make it to the original
Seasons-
series.
seasons 3 and 4
Mm-hmm.
were good. 1 and 2 were
when they went into what was that place that they called
the abyss,
the whatever.
Because
the
you're
schism, the
saying
fracture, whatever it
Picard
was.
and Bacula, at least.
and I don't feel comfortable doing that because that's like a fan thing. That's not actually because of the lore, you know.
So whatever the reason,
It's
is,
whatever, it doesn't
is.
matter.
Yeah.
All right.
Or what about you?
I don't think I've seen enough Star Trek either. I mean, I would say Picard just based on the shows that I've seen him in. Least favorite. I mean, that really limits the rest of my least favorite down to basically Burnham or who's the captain before Burnham. I guess.
The show before Discovery, you mean?
No, I meant like literally in the show that was the captain.
Michelle Yeoh.
Oh, I'm not gonna say Michelle Yeoh was my least favorite.
Because she's amazing.
Georgia.
Yeah.
You're not going to say that?
Michelle Yeoh? No, she would definitely be up there in the top.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
I love Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
So yeah, Picard and
Or
Burnham,
somebody
I
else.
guess, because they're the only two I've actually
Okay,
watched.
so my favorite is Captain Janeway
I knew you were going
of
to say
Voyager.
Mhm.
Yes. And my least favorite is Commander Cisco.
that.
Really?
Cisco.
I cannot stand him. He chews up the screen and he just irritates the shit out of me. And his son Jake irritates me even more. And I hate that because
How very anti-black of you.
and I was gonna say, and I hate that because I want to be all black power, but his portrayal literally just is always.
I always saw his DS9 as like a western.
It only, in fact,
I mean, it's a drama.
I hate his portrayal so much. I never finished DS9. It is also my least favorite Trek.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Lucas.
Which is
I
always
think we
fun.
know your
I
least.
never,
We
So,
have,
I never finished it.
yeah.
Yeah.
We-
so who is your favorite?
Honestly, and we've argued about this.
Please say Captain Kirk.
Cisco
Yeah.
is my favorite
Okay.
because DS9 is my favorite. But no, I like Cisco because I don't know, like as much as
That's Cisco. Tell me I'm lying.
I will say he does chew the scenery.
And I'm a ham.
Distinct
I fucking
style.
love hammy performances,
Very
but I'm
distinct
like,
style.
sir, I need you to
But
stop.
I just and I love Picard. Picard is like a really close second. But and for as many times as Picard violated the Prime Directive, like Cisco during the Dominion War, like did shit that needed to be done, right? And but the episode with him and Garrick, and like it's the whole like thing, and where he just essentially just does the dirty things that need to be done. Essentially Garrick says this. If you want this done, this is where you got to go, and he kind of walks that path with Garrick, and even yeah. But it's a great episode. But yeah, and then I mean we're not gonna belabor the point of who my least favorite is, and we can just move on.
Well, she's kicking ass this season. She and her crew.
Let's
So
see.
we done. So
As
you,
she,
right?
let's yeah. Anyway,
I know what you were about to do, don't you?
What?
You were going to go, oh, let me guess. They've done this and this and this. And
I know exactly. I mean, it's
Rinse,
like we
repeat.
sat at dinner one night, and I said, "Oh, let me guess what's happened so far this season." And they were in tears because I was I was just pulling it out. I was just essentially repeating plot points from the entire the other seasons that they copied and pasted, and it's pretty spot on, it seems. So, but here's the thing. No, I'm not even gonna go there. I'll just say this, and then we can move on. Like, none of y'all have talked about Discovery. Like the way we post about X-Men '97. It's like, oh man, this episode.
Well,
was
there's
so
a
good.
reason why, because
And
I
blah,
don't
blah, blah,
hear
blah.
you go off on it. That's literally the reason.
Okay,
why.
good. Well, that's fine.
Because I actually watched an episode before I came over here and am friggin' loving it. So.
Yeah, I mean, y'all can talk about it if you want, but yeah, it's no.
Is that what it's
Computer
like when I
says
talk about Tom Holland? Is that what it's like?
I mean, it doesn't bother me because I don't really like Tom Holland either.
I love Tom Holland. I ignore you when you talk about
He's
him.
fine.
You're not as rude about Tom Holland as he is about Michael Burnham.
Okay, so
Doug's like, I have a new level I need to reach.
I'm going to say, since it came up, I'm going to say Yo-Yo because I didn't realize she was on the table until you said that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was
Least-
actually kind of mad too.
Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
My least favorite, I think has to be Bakula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I like Janeway, I like Picard, I like Cisco, I like all of the others, I think.
I watched Voyager religiously. I'm a little surprised I didn't see Janeway.
Janeway.
At a restaurant, I'm seeing everyone else's food, and I'm like,
Oh, I should have got that.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing about Voyager was that, to me, it hit the ground running much better than the other.
That's true.
Mm.
You know, like, because if you go back and watch the first season of TNG, aside from all being scrawny because they were like starving actors,
That's right.
it was a little shaky to start.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
all of them were, but to me, Voyager was like, okay, we've got a formula, and we're zooming over here to the unknown, and bam, we're
And
set.
I love that running gag where dude never got a promotion ever.
Yeah. Harry
I
Kim.
love that.
Okay. What fandom?
Fandom. Okay.
Okay.
You mean like a fandom that is a,
That if somebody else is a fan of it, we're like, ooh.
oh, we judge them?
I don't know, Doug, is that what you meant?
Is that?
Yeah, kinda. But like at the same time too, it's like
It's kind of like you instantly know if you're going to be friends with this person or not. Is what
That's
you're saying.
really what I'm getting at. Is that
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Look at code.
Well, if they love Trek, I mean, we're gonna hit it off.
That's not a deal
Yeah.
breaker or a red
Wrong,
Yeah, no,
wrong,
we
wrong
need-
way. You
Also,
gotta go
the
the wrong
opposite.
way.
But I
the
also,
opposite.
but I
That's the
also
deal
in that I
breaker.
also put like the the flip side too. So no, Mark's
Oh,
picking up
okay.
this,
Oh, okay.
this, the
All right.
spirit.
Okay,
of
so we'll
what
get
I-
there eventually. Okay.
And then I do find that Star Wars fans are particularly toxic, and so I mean, tell me I'm lying.
You're not lying.
You're not
That's
lying.
my
You're not lying.
So-
there are a lot.
There's some misogynistic motherfuckers.
Well, but Trek is the same way.
What? It's not nearly as gross as Star Wars. They're not nearly as gross as Star Wars fans.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Because in general, Star Trek fans are smarter. So.
Oh,
Damn.
you're hitting right in the guts. Right there.
Damn.
Okay, so yeah.
Damn. Take it back quick.
He's like, "Why are you messing with me so hard tonight?"
No, I'm biting
You know,
my tongue.
I will say though,
Don't bite
the
your
Trek
tongue.
fans are probably a lot older than the Star Wars fans.
There's a lot more boomers. In
Trek.
Trek
I mean,
fans.
no, I would.
There's the
Trek is a little bit older than
I would say no. Here's the thing: when we're talking about problematic fans, I would say that if you compared the reaction to any new Star Wars versus any new Trek, it's pretty similar. I'm not gonna say
I think the reaction to these last three Star Wars is grosser than almost anything I've ever seen.
Well, you also got to
And
think.
I haven't seen anything nearly as gross.
Hold on though. I would say it's because of the amount of content though. Trek fans have years of seasons to watch and like enjoy and like go back and rewatch. There were what 9 movies, and then now they have all
there were only 6 for a while.
there were only
so-
6 for a while. It was only 3
There
for
were
like,
only 3 for a
20
long
years.
time.
For a long time.
But I mean, like whenever a new movie came out, like that's like okay, now it's a quarter of the franchise I love is garbage, or a third of the franchise I love is garbage. Like they had more to complain about, I think. But I mean,
Maybe they're just louder.
I mean, that's like, I don't appreciate you giving perspective, dude. I don't that's like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
What?
like that was, you know, not cool to make, you know, Star Star Wars fans like, you know,
Younger?
Yeah.
I'll say.
Logical arguments have no place here.
Yeah, like we can't have
I
that.
think
I think we're around some toxic Trek fans here.
I will say I think I was 5 years old when the first one came out,
Oh my
and I
gosh.
saw it at that theater that's over behind the Arby's. Yeah.
But I mean, even though Star Wars came out like in the 70s, it was literally just 3 movies, and that's everything that they had for the longest time. Then the books came out, and then like some of the TV shows came out in like was it late 90s or early 2000s?
It's kind of a shift, but I will say something that I consider a red flag is when people want to squash the fandom of Harry Potter. They want to make you like hate Harry Potter because of J.K. Rowling. Right?
Doesn't matter. She's,
Yeah.
Rolling Rowling. Data.
We don't have to get her name right.
Yeah, and so
If you say it 3 times, she'll appear. And we
So that's a red flag for me is when someone wants to like demonize someone else for still liking Potter.
That's bad.
It doesn't matter how much everybody hates the show. That girl has so much money right now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So that grosses me out.
I would say, and I hesitate to say this because I know Magali at one point was a fan of this, and my mom was a fan of this. I would have to say Twilight.
No,
Sorry.
I'm with you because Twilight is trash.
Well, the funny thing was, like, my mom and Magali were both really into the books. They loved the books. They read them all. The movies came out, and they were like, "Oh my god, this is hot garbage!" Like, and I am actually on a shit posting Twilight Zone thing just to see like how ridiculous there is of that. Like, I sometimes read these and I'm like, is that really in the movie? And Magali's like, yeah.
So here, what cracks me up about Twilight is I remember years and years ago when it had just first come out, and I was talking with a friend of mine, and she was like, "Hey, you like magic and vampires and that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, that's not my fate. It's not my top, but I enjoy stuff like that." And she goes, "Yeah, you really need to read this thing it's called Twilight." And it's about these vampires and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And she goes, "Yeah, and when they get out in the sun, they sparkle like rainbows." And I was like,
"Those are vampires."
I was like, "Hold up. You're trying to convince me to read a book about fabulous vampires?" What is this?
But if they were fabulous, it'd be even better.
Yeah, right. It would have been a better book. But I was just like, no. And she kept explaining it to me like it was like she